Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing very well. So this is the seventh video of Maestro Flow series. In this complete playlist, I have already created six videos. If you have not watched any video, please watch this playlist from starting. It will be very helpful for your learning in Maestro Flow in UiPath, right? And in this video, I will explain how we can handle any type of error in Maestro Flow, right? When we create any use case, then we need to handle the exception handling as well and the error handling. So how we can do that and how many possible ways to do that. So these all of the things guys I'll discuss in this video. If you have any question, then just ask me in the comment box. And guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, right? First of all, I will open this studio web, and in this studio web, I will create one more Maestro Flow or one new Maestro Flow, right? First of all, here I'll create some dummy nodes. Let's say mock 1, and here I will add mock 2, and then here I will just add merge node, and I will add this branch to this merge node. And after that, here let's say I'm going to add HTTP request node, and after this HTTP request node, here I'm just going to add one more mock, and after this mock, here I'll add and node, right? So this is the very basic or very simple Maestro flow. If you open this mock property, then here you will not see any error handling option, right? So error handling is depend on the nodes. It will not available in every node, right? Let's say I just open this manual trigger, then here you will also not see any error handling options. Same thing for the merge node. If I open this one, then here you will also not see any error handling options. And then if I open this HTTP request, then here you will see we have this error handling option. So first of all, let me add this URL here first, and then we will see how this error handling works. So I have one API URL. As of now, this is the correct API URL. That's why these all data is printed here. Let me add here some extra words, right? And then hit enter, then you will see this API is not correct and the error is not found. So same thing I will do in my Maestro flow, and then we'll see this error, this type of error will handle or not with this error handling option. First of all, here I will add this URL in this URL text field, and then first of all, here I will add some extra text XYZ. And here I'm not enabling this error handling options here, and then we'll see it will work or it will handle error or not. So let me just directly debug this complete flow, and then you will see. If I have not handled any error in any node and that node will occur any error, then at that time, this complete master flow will terminate. It will not go to further nodes, right? You will see here. Okay, so here, if you see this HTTP request node is occurred one error, and you can read or you can check this error. So this, after this error, this master flow is terminated here, right? And rest of the node did not completed. So how we can handle this type of errors in, especially in this HTTP request activity? Okay, so as of now, let me keep this URL, I mean this wrong URL here. And here I'm going to enable this error handling option. Then you will see the change here in the output of this HTTP request. If I disable, then you will see we have only one output in HTTP request. But if I enable, then you will see here we have error outputs as well. In the error outputs, we have codes, messages, details, category, and the status as well. Okay, and one more change you will see here. If I close this property window, then here, if I hover on this HTTP request, then you will see here we have one more branch as well for the error especially, right? So after enabling that error handling option in this HTTP request, if any error will occur now, then this error path will execute, not this path, or this master flow will not terminate it. So let me add here one more mock just for an example. Or here, instead of this smoke, let me replace. I'm just going to add script activity, right? And after this script activity, okay, so let me delete. Otherwise, this name I need to change here. Here, I will add script, and then I will add one more mock, and then this smoke I will connect to this and node here, right? So when this error will occur here in this HTTP request, so it will auto handle, not auto handle, but I have already enabled that option, so it will handle here. Then it will follow this error path, not this success path or any other path here, right? And in this script activity, I can just return any error, not any error, but the previous node error here, because this script node is added in this error path, right? So how I'll do that? Let me add here return and then curly braces and then errors and then colon and then here. If you see, this is the HTTP request output, and from this HTTP request output, I will get this error message here. So I'll copy this path and then I will paste it here. Okay, so let me just directly debug here. Okay, so if you see here, this HTTP request occurred error and this master flow didn't terminate here. And this HTTP request follow this error path and this script activity completed, then mock for and then this end state and this then this master flow is completed. But this script activity return that error message or not, that we'll see. So I'll click on this script here. You will see this response is null as of now. And if you see this HTTP request output here, you will see we have this error messages properties. The in the message investigation service request not found, and then element HTTP request, unified HTTP request field with the status code 404, right? And then this code is a 404. So this type of error property we can see in the HTTP request, but this script is not returning any type of message here according to my syntax. So what I need to change, I'll open this script activity then. So here, first of all, we need to understand this message is the output of this HTTP request activity. But here in this expression, I'm not defining any output object here. So guys, these all of the details I have already discussed in detail in my both videos, second and third videos, where we need to add output or where we do not need to add dot output, right? So here, what I will do, here I will add HTTP request one dot output dot error dot message, because this is the output of this HTTP request. So that's why we need to add output here. Then I will run same workflow and then you will see. Okay, so if you see here, this master flow followed this error path here. And then if you see this script activity output as of now, it is still showing the response as a null. So it may be we have written the wrong syntax. So let me change here the syntax, the return errors variable. This is a prefix HTTP request one dot. Instead of this error, here I'll use output dot message. Okay, let me run this complete flow and then we'll see if it's work or not. If it will not work, then we'll use some different approach. Okay, so this flow is completed, and if here, if you see, this is the response of this script activity, the error message investigation services not found, right? So this type of response we can get with this script activity in the error path. Or sometime this expression, if this expression is not working in your system, then you can add here the question mark and then you can try. So let me try with this question mark as well. Let me just directly debug this complete workflow, then you will see the output will same or not. So if you see in this script activity, the response is same. It's not giving any error, right? Okay, now the next thing, guys, if you read the output of this HTTP request here, you will see one more property, the code 404. So instead of this message, you can make any logic based on this code, because when we use HTTP request activity, so in that activity we'll have multiple codes, right? Different codes for the different errors. So if you have this type of requirement for this particular code, for this particular error, I need to follow this path, then you can use this type of path here, right? If this HTTP request activity will occur any error, so how you will make the condition, how you will make the logic based on the codes. So in this script activity, you will make the logic, right? So instead of getting this message here, you will get the code, and then after this script activity here you will add the conditions, right? Conditions in this sense, you can add switch, you can add the decision box. If you have multiple error codes, then I will suggest to use switch. Otherwise, the decision box you can use, right? So let me add this decision box here. In this decision box here, I will add the condition. Let me change this errors into error code, right? And then in the decision here, I will copy this error. Instead of this error, here I will change this error code. If this error code is equal to 400, 404, I mean, then it will be a true, otherwise it will be a false. Okay, so for the true path here, I'll add one more mock. And for the false path here, I'll add one more mock. Okay, and this mock here, I'll delete. Okay, and then I will add these branch to this and node here. So if you see, this HTTP request is completed and occurred error, and then this script activity is also completed. I mean, this script node. In this script node, if you see, this error code is written 404, but this decision box is not working fine. I mean, this decision box run as a false condition. Why? Okay, so if you see this HTTP request output, this code is as a string, but if I open this decision box, so here I'm just checking is as an integer, right? So that's why this condition is false. Let me add here double quotes, and here if you see, this error code is also wrong. So let me copy this path again, and here I will paste, and then I will just debug it again. So now if you see, after this decision box, this true path is completed here. Okay, so if I open this script activity property, then here you will see this error handling options as well. If I enable this, then here these, I mean, extra properties will appear, and then you can make new path based on this error of this script activity as well. That's all about, guys, related the error handling that I just want to share with you through this video. If you have any questions related with this video, related with my previous videos, please share your feedback in the comment box. Share your questions in the comment box. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Bye.